Hello, welcome to Module 8. My name is Clint Harden. I wanted to give you a quick video to introduce you to the module and go through each of the tabs and show you some of the learning activities and the assessments that you'll encounter in this module. If you'll see, the focus of this module is male Foley catheter insertion. You're in the introduction video at this time. If you have any questions or you encounter any difficulties with the module, just please feel free to email me. I'll be checking my email multiple times during the week or during the day of the week that this module is live. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with me if you need to. If you look over under the table of contents, you'll see the list of tabs that you'll go through. Just start from the top and work your way to the bottom. We'll click through each of these. We'll go to the overview and objectives first, which just repeats what the topic is here, and it tells you that you're going to encounter 3 learning activities and 2 quizzes. The objectives here are for you, the learner, to be able to identify the purpose, indications, contraindications, and review some of the nursing considerations when inserting a male Foley catheter. And then one of the other big takeaways here is for you to be able to list the proper sequence of steps for inserting the catheter. Moving on down, if we go to the learning activities, this is really the meat of the module here. You'll see there's 3 learning activities, number 1, number 2, and number 3. The first is a slideshow lecture with a video of me, the instructor, very similar to the video that you're watching now. If you prefer to not have the video and prefer to actually just view the words themselves, there's also a version of this same slideshow without the video, and if you'll notice, the captioning for each of the video or each of the slides is beneath each slide. The second learning activity is just a YouTube tutorial. It's a video of a guy doing a really good job demonstrating how to insert the male Foley catheter. Notice to only watch the first 13 minutes of this video. After that, the video goes into removal of the catheter, and that's not a part of this module. Also notice there's a link here for the captioning for the video should you need or prefer to see the captioning. Let's move to the third learning activity. This is the one that I had to create on my own. I had hoped to find some kind of a test creator software that was free online to do this, but was unable to do so, and really kind of ran into a few difficulties creating this. This is created in Google Draw, so I want to go into it and just show you how to access it and how to use it. If you'll click on the link here, it's going to take me to a place where it is going to ask me to copy the document. You'll want to do this. Notice it may prompt you to enter in an email before it takes you to this screen. If it asks you to put in an email, any email should work. I've tried it with a Yahoo account, a Gmail account, our UNCW email account, and I've had a couple people try this on a couple different computers. So again, if it prompts you to put in an email, just enter in any email and it should then take you to this screen. You'll want to make a copy. When you make a copy, this allows the document to become yours. You can make edits to it, you can change it, and then it won't affect the next student who accesses this activity in the module. Once you're in here, you'll see little tiles of images that represent the different steps for inserting a male catheter, as well as a description out beside each image. Your task here is to click one of the images and just drag it over and drop it in wherever you feel is the most appropriate spot in the sequence of steps here. The one thing that I want to caution everyone is, and this is where some of the difficulties of creating this assignment came in, is every feature in here, every text box, every image, all of the lines, the text themselves are all live features, and you can move them around. However, I would caution you to do that. If you do, the whole thing is going to get messed up. So only drag the first image. If you'll see, there's a second one beneath the first image here, just to show you where its home place goes. So just click the first image, move it around, and then if you need to move it back, you can move it back kind of as I'm doing now. But play with this as much as you want. This is not a graded portion of the module. It's just a place to go and play and practice the steps before you take the quiz. Another note of why I wanted to use something like this is that I had heard that the NCLEX is now using sequencing questions for some of the test items on the NCLEX. And so I wanted to work this into my module somehow. I still consider this to be sort of a rough draft. If I were really using this in an instructional setting as like a true instructor, I would probably not do it this way. I would keep playing with it until I found a better way to deliver this to students. But I think that it should get the point across and allow you to play a little bit in there. So let's go back to the module. Because this isn't a graded activity, I wanted students to just play, practice with it, and then to self-assess yourself. So I provided an answer key here. If you click in here, it'll just pop it up, and this is not a live activity here. It's just an image of the same thing that you were in, but it shows the correct sequence of steps. So we'll get back out of here before everyone memorizes the answer key. If you, for any reason, encounter any difficulties with the actual practice activity itself, you can simply just go to the answer key and study it, and it should get you the same results on the quiz, but just without being quite as interactive. Moving on down, the next tab here is just a little blurb on the two assessments that you're about to get into. If you'll notice, there's two. One is just a multiple choice and true-false quiz. The second is the actual go through the steps and practice dragging and dropping and assigning the correct step to the quiz itself there, or to each step. Notice that I've placed on here that both quizzes allow for 2 attempts. The highest grade would be taken as the final score, and both quizzes would just be due at the end of this module's week, which I'm assuming is December the 3rd, Sunday by 11:30 p.m. Quiz 1, you would click here to launch it. It contains 10 questions, each worth 10 points for a total of 100 points. And again, a reminder that the highest of the 2 attempts would be taken as the final score. The second quiz is really just one big question with 7 steps. If you'll notice back in the practice activity, the drag and drop, there's 7 steps there. So it should get you where you need to go with this assessment as well, and everything should match up pretty nicely. Given that it's just one question, you would have to get all 7 steps correct to receive the maximum credit of 100 points. I hope you have fun in the module. Look forward to any feedback that you guys may have, and enjoyed being in class with you. Take care.